Welcome. Welcome to a power practice with lots of handstands, some pincha, and then finishing off with some yin. So, welcome to your practice. Starting out in hero's pose today. So, taking a seat on your knees, be comfortable with it. If you need to put a blanket behind your knees to support you, do that. Just taking a moment to really allow your eyes to close and get centered. Feel the wind on your skin. Feel what you feel. Setting a personal reason to be on your mat, reason to practice, something to be about. Then moving into downward facing dog. Start to breathe a little deeper and start to channel that breath through your nose. Come onto your hands and knees. Extend your right arm forward and then extend your left leg back. Just reach through your foot, your toes, reach through your fingertips. Then switch that. Extend your right leg back and your left arm forward. Spread your fingers and spread your toes. Release right into some cat-cows. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, look up. Exhale, squeeze. Just movement of your spine. Inhaling and exhaling, rounding. Just moving your neck, your shoulders, torso. Inhale and exhale. Some nice simple movement right into your down dog. Breathe. Taking this time to feel your fingers. Feel your feet. Step to the top of your mat, ragdoll. Let your knees bend. Let your upper body drape over your lower body. Let your feet separate out about 2 fist widths. Say hello to your hamstrings. Just a little rock forward. A little rock back. Some little movements in your stillness. Shoulder rinse. Take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, and lift your hands. Stretch out your shoulders. Rinse. Lift the pit of your belly and pull your head toward your toes as you lift and stretch your toes out. Okay, rise up, yogi. Reach up, extended mountain pose. Just taking this time to physically offer. Connecting to something greater, God, something greater good. Taking your hands to your heart center and pausing for a moment of intentional setting. And then let's flow. Inhale, look up, stretch, and exhale, fold, bow. Halfway lift, come into a flat back, and then step back slowly. Lower all the way down or halfway down, up dog or cobra pose. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Breathe. Step your foot to the top of your mat. Step your opposite foot to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow down. Flat back. Stepping back, breathe out. Low push-up. Big breath into up dog. Open up your chest. And exhale, roll up and over your toes, downward facing dog. Look forward. Float or step your feet to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise up. Stretch. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale and step back. Chaturanga, low push-up. Big breath in, up dog. See with your eyes. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Breathe. Look forward. Jumping up into handstand. Little hops, or you're hopping up, frog hopping up into little handstands, and breathe. Top of your mat. Bow. Halfway lift. Defold. Rise all the way up. Exhale and bow. Halfway lift. Stepping back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Just putting in the sense of play today. So you're either going to be doing some frog hops or some one-legged kicks up into handstand or just kicking toward handstand. Playing your personal edge. Look forward, bend your knees deeply and float your feet. Try to get your hips to go over your head. Land your feet, halfway lift. Bow, chair pose. 5 breaths. Fold. Halfway lift, get a breath. Your vinyasa. Downward facing dog, right side, warrior one. Step and breathe. Taking this practice on today, maybe as a heart rate practice. Open up your wings, stretch out your arms. Just kind of a warrior two arms, cactus arms, just opening up. And then reach above you, full expression out, chaturanga. Right here, you're going to step onto your right foot, take your hands down, and then kick up into handstand. Handstand, go. Just kicks, breaths. Up and down kicks, or you're breathing in your handstand. Trying to get one foot off the wall or both feet off the wall. Challenge yourself. Chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale back to down dog. Left side, warrior one. Moving breath through your nose. Reaching above you. Take your arms out. Side, more or less hands shoulder height, a little bend in your elbows, just open up your chest. Kind of a wide-armed cactus arm today. Taking full advantage of the sun. Bring your hands to the floor. Kick up, jump up off of your left foot, handstand kicks. Just big kicks up and down, little kicks up and down, L kicks, or you're kicking all the way up into your handstand. Whatever challenges you. Come on down, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog, exhale back, downward facing dog. Ha. Looking forward, bending your knees. Jump up into little handstands, little frog hops. 5 breaths. Come on down. Halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Chair pose. Feel your toes. Release. Halfway lift. Stepping back, chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior 1. Start to squeeze from your center. Hands to your mat. Handstand kicks, or right up into handstand. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back, down dog. Left side, warrior 1. Breath in. Not worrying about getting it right. Not worrying about being messy. Just having a little fun. Hands to your mat. Handstand kicks. If you're like, no more handstand kicks for me, that's fine. Skip the handstand kicks. Maybe just do a few, or stay right there and into handstand splits or handstand prep. Play on your personal edge, wherever that takes you. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Breathe. Look forward, floating up into little frog hops, trying to get your booty on the wall or toes on the wall, and eventually try not to use the wall. Come on down, halfway lift, fold, chair pose, breathe. Extend your arms forward to turn your fingers down, palms facing forward, and then pull your fingers, your hands back toward your wrists. Stretch your fingers out. Come up high on your tippy toes. And bow. Halfway lift. Stepping back through a vinyasa. Right side, warrior 1. Taking your hands behind your back, moving into humble warrior. Open up your chest. Bow. Lift your hands off your hips. Wrench your shoulders. Pull your right hip back. Hands to the ground. Reach up with your right hand. Lift your back heel. Twist. Powerful fingers. Walking your right foot out, bringing your elbows to the floor. Dropping your back knee down, taking your right hand, reaching for your left foot. Or if you can't reach your foot, no big deal, just reach back with your right hand like you're shaking someone's hand. Open up your chest. Release back of your mat, skandasana. So you're moving back, sinking down in your left heel of your left foot. Just kind of take your left heel off the floor and then put your left heel down on your mat. Lift your chest. Stretch your right toes. Switch sides. Sink down in your right heel. Just test it. Lift your right heel off the floor. Come up a little higher if you need to, and then sink down. Open up. Handstand kicks. Taking your hand to the ground, jumping off of your right foot, left leg in the air. Little play. Feet off the wall, legs go wide. Challenge yourself. Stretch your toes. Chaturanga. Up dog, back to down dog. Left side, warrior one. Moving into humble warrior. Take your hands behind your back, interlace, open up, bow. Just wiggling your left shoulder inside of your left thigh. Wiggling your toes. Just checking in. Squeeze your core. Moving into a twist. Right hand goes to the mat, left hand goes up. Your back heel is stacked. Lizard. Taking your hands or forearms to the floor, blocks. Walking your left foot out. Chance to twist. Come up, reach for your back foot. Open up. Kicking your foot into your hand, hand pulling your foot. Opening. Moving into a skandasana. Back of your mat. Sink down. Feel the breath come in through your nose and out through your nose. Switch sides. Moving into handstand kicks. Hands on your mat, kicks, kicking up, or little hops. Build up some heat. Maybe take your feet wide or cross your legs. Allowing yourself to be messy, playful. Doesn't have to be perfect. Chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Ha. Look forward. Jump into yogi squat. Breathe. And fold. Halfway lift. Deep bow. Chair pose. Fold. Halfway lift. Stepping back through a vinyasa. Lift up your right leg. Bend it, stack it. Big ankle circles. Go the other way. Taking your right knee to your right elbow. Hold. Then if you know the float, you're going to lower down, float. If you don't know it, just challenge yourself. Breathe. Step or jump back, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg. Make some big ankle circles. Left leg's lifted, bent, and stacked. Move it the opposite way. Take your left knee, touch your left elbow. Hug in. 5 breaths. After your 5th breath, you're starting to move into your float, challenging yourself. Step or jump back, up dog, down dog. Right side flip dog, roll over. Mostly working 5 breaths today, so keeping that in your practice and your breath. High plank, down dog, left side flip dog. Open up, stretch yourself from your knee through your fingertips. High plank, left side plank. Lift your right leg. High plank, right side plank. Right hand stays down, left hand's going up. Breathe. Squeeze your belly, lift your hips. Lift your left leg. Falls, just pick it back up. Doesn't have to be perfect, it's a practice, not a perfect. High plank. Drop your forearms. Breathe. Little core work. Walk your feet in. Mayurasana. So pincha kicks, little hops, or just staying in your down dog on your forearms, your modified down dog. Go playful. Go up, breathe. Maybe bend your knees today. Maybe take your feet wide. Okay, coming into Sphinx pose. Full body on the floor, you're on your elbows, your forearms. If you like, you can lift your elbows off the floor. Open up and stretch the front side of the body. Release. Moving into hero's pose. Sitting up onto your heels. Finding that water breath. Moving breath in at about a 4-second inhale. Moving breath out at about a 4-second exhale. Down dog. Right into right side lunge. Twist. Left elbow outside of your right thigh. Hug in. Step your left foot to meet your right. Chair twist. Bow, release. Fingers to toes. So you're separated your feet out 2 fist widths. Taking your first 2 around, fingers around your big toes. Take a breath in and bow. Release, chair pose. Set. Feel your feet. Start to bring your right foot over your left thigh. Sit back down. Stretch out your toes. Start to bow your chest over your shin bone. Maybe scoop your shin bone with your arms. Opening up your right hip. Getting prepared for a flying pigeon. Playing with flying pigeon today, so you're going to take your hands to the mat, wiggle your left foot back, and start to bring weight into your hands. Like, think crow here. Hug your right foot around your left tricep. Start to try to bring weight, try to float your back foot. If it floats, try to extend it back, try to lift it up. Remember playfulness. Chaturanga, up dog to down dog. Ha. Other side, left side, step forward, crescent lunge. And twisting. Stepping your right foot to meet your left. Chair twist. Playing with your balance. And release. Bow. Gorilla pose. Walk onto your right hand, walk onto your left hand. Wiggle your toes onto your wrists. Release. Chair pose. Feel your balance in your right foot, left foot on top of your right thigh. Sink down. Then fold. Take your chest over your left shin bone, reach back, or wrap your left shin bone. Stretch out your left toes. And you're playing, hands on the mat. Hug your left toes around your right tricep. Try to lift your back foot. Flying pigeon. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Right side, warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Just opening up the right side of your body. Take side angle. Right elbow right to the knee and left hand reaches up. Extended side angle. Reach over your ear. Roll your left ribs back. Look up and see your left thumb. Half moon. 5 breaths. Little play. If you can play with Chapasana, bending your upper leg, taking your foot. Open up, kicking your hand into your foot, pulling your foot with your hand. Active stretching your muscles, active core. Level your hips, dancer's pose, come up. If you got a wall right in front of you, use it. Take your right fingertips on the wall. Open up. Standing splits. Yep, you guessed it, handstand kicks. Go for it. Go up. 5 breaths. Cross your ankles or open your legs. Playfulness. Chaturanga. Upward dog, downward dog. Breathe. Left side, warrior two. Practice, not a perfect. Open up, reverse your warrior. Side angle. Taking your left elbow to your thigh. Open it up. Reach up. Extended side angle. Big lasso of your arm. Extend through your fingertips. Press back through your back heel. Half moon. 5 breaths. What you can let go of. Taking Chapasana, candy cane, grabbing your back foot. Taking this down, leveling out your hips, dancer's pose. Come up. You can either grab your right foot if you let go of it. Try to hold on to it. Challenge yourself with your core to come up. Balance. You got a wall right in front of you. Use your fingertips on the wall. Stretch out your whole left side. Standing splits. Try not to let your right foot ever touch the floor. It's hot. Hands on the ground. Hands behind your leg. Stretch your right toes. Handstand kicks. Go for it. Handstand kicks, handstand hops, 5 breaths in handstand. Your practice. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. forward. Warrior 2, right side. Triangle pose. Right leg straightening. You can take your right hand to the ground, a block, or your shin bone. If you fall, just steady yourself with your breath. Think about a little back bending here. Come on up. Side facing, wide leg bend. Squeeze your belly. Pyramid, hands at the top of your mat. You can step your back foot about midway up. Bow. Both legs are straight, both heels are planted. Twisted pyramid. Left hand to the ground, right hand reaches up. Go for it. Step back. Handstand kicks. You can take a vinyasa right here, or you can go right up into handstand. Now, your choice, Yogi. Breathe. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Breathing in and breathing out. Left side, warrior 2. Set your gaze. Moving into triangle. Roll open, lean back. Stretch your fingers. Stretch your limits. Come up, side facing forward bend. Take your hands behind your back this time and bow. Rinse your shoulders. Wiggle your toes. Breathe. Pyramid. Walking your hands to the front of your mat. You can step your back foot about midway up. Take a breath in. Let go. Pulling your left hip back and squeezing your right hip in. Twisted pyramid. Reach up with your left hand. Right hand, if you can, get it to go outside of your left toes. Play your balance. Your edge. Okay, handstand kicks. Go for it. Handstand kicks, or you can bow at the top of your mat if you need to. Go. 5 breaths, 5 kicks, 5 jumps. Chaturanga. Up dog, downward facing dog. Knees to the front of your mat, drop down, camel pose, come up. Hands to your low back, breathe. Giant breath in, lion's breath out. Sit back, hero's pose. Come back up, second camel. Heart lifting, lower body anchored. Release. Prayer pose. Curl your toes under, sit on your heels. Going into one-handed camel. Left hand on your left heel. Right hand reaches up. Come up, open up. 5 breaths. Release, sit back. Switch sides, go up. Right hand down, left hand up. Moving towards stillness, sit back, prayer pose. Curling your toes under, sitting on your heels. Moving into a yin practice here. Comfortably uncomfortable. Let your eyes close. Connect with your breath. With this yin practice, we're moving into 3-minute holds. So really not moving through your limits, but moving through your limits that you can relax into. So anything you need, if you need a towel or a blanket rolled up under your knees or in between your knees from the backs, anything you need to make this possible for you right now. Maybe leaning your hands on blocks in front of you. But I know for me, myself, I find some of these stillness poses some of the most challenging. And for me, some of the most effective. Just noticing your need to fidget or move. Can you find that place of stillness even when your brain says, I've got to move? Release. Taking a crow pose. Set up for it, take your hands on the ground, knees to the backs of your arms. 1 foot lifts, both feet lift. Just a little arm balance challenge. Breathe. into a yogi squat. If you need to, you can come on your back and take happy baby. Yogi squat's a little bit much for you right now. Or you can put a block underneath you and sit on a block. Finding that place, comfortable discomfort, place of challenging your physicalness, your mentalness. And then a deep connection to breath. So some breathing in, some breathing out. Not necessarily ujjayi, but maybe a little bit lighter. 4-second inhales, 4-second exhales. From here, we're moving into saddle. So that means sitting back on your heels, hero's pose, or if you want to start to lay back, if you're able to lay back, go ahead and lay back. Finding your personal edge. You can sit on your heels or start to take it a little deeper. Connection to breath. next pose, left side lizard. You're going to step your left foot outside of your hands, top of your mat. Bring your elbows down or take blocks on your elbows. Breathe. These last few poses, 2-minute holds. Coming up, straightening your left leg, half splits. So you want your right hip right over your right knee, more or less. Straighten through your left leg. I'm going to offer you a arm stretch also. If you want to turn your fingers toward your hips. Take your palms down onto your mat. Stretch out your flexors. So your fingers are turned back toward your body. Palms are facing away from you. Heels of your hands on the ground and breathing. If it's available. Okay, left side, setting up half pigeon. Any support you need with the block, blankets. Left side, half pigeon, breathe. If you like, right here, you can bring your hands to kind of press together and wiggle your elbows toward one another. Start to bend your arms Little tricep stretch if you like, shoulder stretch, lat stretch. Just adding a little to this pose. Or not. Release. Come on up. Turn to the side. A few little butterfly movements. Just bring your feet together. Take your knees wide. Up and down. Some movement. Butterflies, cat-cows. Some movement of your spine. Rehydration of the discs. Okay, right side. Lizard. Just taking your right foot up to the top of your mat, walking it out, right toes turn more or less to about 2 o'clock. Forearms come to your mat or on blocks. One of the places I feel a big opening in this pose is in the front of my left hip, my leg that's actually in the back. Breathe. Okay, half splits right side, straightening through your right leg, pulling your right toes up toward the sky, walking your hands forward. You want to get another arm flexor stretch. You can turn your fingers to face your body, press your palms into your mat. You can put your hands on blocks here too if it's a long ways to reach the floor from here for you. Biggie. That's what blocks do, they just elevate the ground. Okay, moving to right side half pigeon. Just walking your foot across your mat. Any blocks, props you need, using them. Let go. Smooth breath in, full breaths out. Okay, coming up. Gonna turn sideways, wide legs, seated, fold. Just take your feet out, stretch it out. You can pick your hands behind you if you need some support with your legs wide, or you can just start to walk your arms, your hands forward. You can put your elbows on blocks here, allowing yourself to be supported. Focus on every breath in and every breath out. Just noticing if you can let go of more resistance. Going a little deeper. Last few breaths. Okay, coming up, taking a little movement of your hips, wiggle, wiggle. Moving into frog. So taking your knees out to the sides, about 40 or 90-degree angles from your hips. Come on down. If you need to, you can take this on your back or feet up against the wall. I've heard it said the poses we avoid the most, that we physically need the most. Not too far from the truth. Okay. Making your way out carefully, mindfully. Make your way onto your back. Maybe pull your knees into your chest. Give a few circles. Circles the other way. To a happy baby. And we're moving into a supine twist. Dropping your knees over to the left side. Looking over your right shoulder. Another side, supine twist to the other side. Knees to the right, looking over your left shoulder. Hopefully you're in the sun or in an amazing place that you can just really let this in. All the goodness that you've created in your body. Breathe. Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of your feet together, let your knees go wide. Open up. Shavasana. Stretch out. Open out. Take a big full breath in. Let go of. Enjoy. Wiggling your fingers, your toes. Starting to reawaken, stretch. Full body stretch from your toes to your fingers. Little hug, knees up into your chest. Little wiggle. Making your way to your side, up to seated. I'm going to do a little breath work exercise here. So, opportunity to get comfortable in your seat. You're going to take your first finger and your middle finger to your forehead center. You're going to use your thumb to cut off the right side of your nose, your two fingers, your pinky and your ring, to cut off the breath of your left side. Take a big breath in. Breathe out. And you're going to cover your left nostril. Breathe in through your right. You're going to cover your right. Breathe out through your left. Back in through your left. Cover and out through your right. Back in through your right. Cover the right and out through your left. Back in through the left. And out through the right. Couple more rounds in through the right. Out through the left. Back in. Covering and back out. Alternate nostril breathing. Wherever you are, one more round. And release. Just taking your hands down to your thighs. Just taking a moment to notice. Feel what you feel. Maybe an opportunity to send out prayer. Some gratitude. Some grace. Taking your hands to your heart center. Thumb knuckles up to your forehead center. May God bless and keep you. Have a great day. Namaste. Good work.